You've been wasting my time, Varric. It stops now.
Seeker, you wound me.
The champion nearly starts a war, and you're all too happy to bury it beneath your words. You will tell me about the Qunari.
Well, there was that business with the mage, but the champion stopped that from turning into a bigger mess than it already was.
And yet we had Orlesians threatening sanctions of every kind and measure. What happened at Chateau Hain? What happened with Talis?
You've heard about her?
We had someone there, but they lacked your access. Whatever Talis was to the champion, it seems like it angered a nation.
Thousands of lives were at stake, Seeker.
Perhaps one still is.
Nicely non-specific. All right, let me set the scene. An ambush, an invitation, a hunting party. All because of Talis.
And of course, there's no one.
All I know is it had something to do with you and nobles. Edge is usually very reliable.
This is normally when we're ambushed.
Why? It's not always an ambush. All right. Maybe sometimes it's an ambush.
And there she is. Today you die, pretty one.
Oh!
Kill her! Kill all of them!
Well, what are you waiting for? Who the blazes is that?
Now you
I'm bleeding everywhere!
Sloppy. You'd think the crows would be better at this. They've been doing it for ages.
I appreciate your help.
I doubt you needed it, but you're quite welcome. My name is Talis, and I've been looking for you.
Looking for me?
Looking for the woman who has an invitation to Chateau Hain, to be specific.
Oh, that's what Edge was on about. You remember? The Orlesian Duke who bought that ring from the Deep Roads. He sent a letter.
It can't have been serious.
That would be Duke Prosper de Montfort, member of the Orlesian aristocracy and a man who hosts a fine salon. Or so I hear.
Let me guess, this isn't just a social call?
I need to relieve him of something he has no right to possess. And I can't do it alone.
You want to rob him?
Well, stealing from Orlesians is never wrong. Or so I've been told.
There's always a catch. Nobody ever helps us unless there's a catch.
This isn't how I was planning to ask you this. I was picturing an introduction with less blood.
What makes you think I steal things just because people ask me to?
I may have talked you up a bit. Maybe more than once.
Oh, Varric.
What? It's not like I'm exaggerating. Much.
All I've heard is that you get things done. I'm hoping that's true.
I suppose there's no harm in hearing you out.
Looks like they were right about you.
By they, I assume you mean me?
Evidently.
So tell me, What exactly is it you want to steal?
A jewel. The Duke thinks it's valuable, and it is. Just not in the way he believes. What's more, he shouldn't have it in the first place. He who wishes to walk on water must first learn to swim. Come with me to Chateau Haine. I'll explain everything on the way. If nothing else, you get fine wine and fancy company. But I hope you want more than that.
So, you trust this woman who just leapt off a rooftop into the middle of an ambush with the crows?
I didn't have anything to do with the ambush.
I wasn't asking if you did.
I'm pretty sure she's... not a Templar, Anders.
The lady knows how to make an entrance.
You get invited to all the interesting parties.
We'll head out when you're ready, and I'll explain on the way. The jewel we're after is called the Heart of the Many.
Interesting name.
Interesting jewel. All I care about is getting it away from the Duke. Here's the problem. The heart is in a vault, behind who knows what kind of traps. Protected by a private army of Orlesian chevaliers. All inside a fortress that was designed to be impregnable. And let's not forget, it's on the side of a mountain, in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by monsters.
Andrastes, dears Prosper, when is this going to get started?
Presently. All right, everyone? You'll know the tradition, yes? The first to find and slay a wyvern wins the honors of the evening. And bragging rights, of course. Good luck to you all.
I'm here by invitation. Would you tell your master that I've arrived?
Ah, Mistress Hawk. Let them pass. They are here as my guests. Please excuse Cahir. A polite bodyguard is a contradiction in terms, or so I am told.
A chastened? Here?
Ah yes, you are Ferelden, aren't you? You would know of his people.
They traded in Lothering sometimes. My family never had a problem with them.
See that, Cahir? Now you have someone to speak to. He's so very chatty, let me tell you. And who is this lovely specimen?
You flatter me, Your Grace.
I must say I didn't really expect you. I already have an Amel, you see. Or Orc, I suppose it is. A Grey Warden, no less. How they have suffered the blight this long with specimens like her, I will never know.
Sister?
Perhaps you should join forces to avoid any appearance of collusion between parties. At any rate, I won't keep you from the hunt. Wouldn't want you to fall behind the others, yes?
I don't think I've ever encountered a wyvern before.
And why would you? There are exceptional beasts, magnificent cousins to the mighty dragon. My only advice? Beware their poison. It's the deadliest thing about them, as well as the most valuable.
Their poison is valuable.
Indeed. From it can be brewed Aquae Lucidius, a libation adored even by the Empress herself.
The nobility feast upon poison. How appropriate.
But here you are wasting valuable time on questions. Do you wish the others to beat you to the prize?
I don't think I've ever
My only advice? Beware their poison. It's the deadliest thing about them, as well as the most valuable.
It will be an interesting diversion, I'm sure.
Good luck to you, my lady. Remember, fortune favors the bold.
I never expected to meet you here, but I suppose it's a nice surprise.
Why do I allow you to get me involved in these things?
I guess this means we're going on a hunt.
Couldn't we simply wait here? Why go hunting?
Because it would look suspicious. And I don't want to wait all day for the Orlesians to find something, do you?
And you're up to something. Of course you are.
It seems that way.
Just don't embarrass yourself.
Well, back on topic. The important part is the celebration the Duke will hold afterwards. In the keep. That's our way in.
You have come a long way to join our Duke, Sirrah. You'll pardon me for saying that you do not seem like a hunter. A word of caution since you are new to this. Wyverns spit venom. Their victims suffer terrible pain before they die.
Death is always the result, then?
Depending on exposure, it may take days. But yes, death is always the outcome if the poison isn't treated.
Since people hunt these creatures successfully, I imagine there's a trick to learn.
Ah, there are many tricks. It is best not to face the beasts head-on. Flank them. Blind them if you can.
I have no doubt this will be a challenge, but I'm sure it's a worthy one.
May Andraste keep you safe. If you fail to avoid the venom completely, there are treatments. A distillation of herbs, equal parts, Drakevein, Andraste's mantle, and winterberry can counteract the poison. May the Maker's luck grace your hunt. Be safe, Sirrah.
I wish you luck on your hunt, Madame Hawke. Do not mind my chasing bodyguard. I do not keep him for his eloquence.
I provide equipment from the Duke's own stables.
I'm afraid I can't help you. Please, stop making such a fuss.
So these are the hunting grounds. We just need to look for signs and be careful. We get this over with, we get into the keep.
And that's where the jewel is?
That's where the jewel is.
What do they do with the wyvern? Is that what they're serving at the dinner?
Let us find this dragon, wyvern, whatever it is, and get this over with.
I always wanted to try.
Not our prey, I suspect.
Do dragons and wyverns even mix? I don't think so.
So if we drop part of this in the right spot, we might lure a wyvern out to protect its territory.
Good thought. Do that.
Happy to be out of the deep roads for a while.
Not especially. I'm sure it's nice for you. These are your kind of people. No, that wasn't fair. I'm sorry. That was about me.
I know. And it wasn't fair for you either.
I never expected to meet you here, but I suppose it's a nice surprise.
That altar is very old and creepy. I wouldn't touch it. I told not to mess around with it.
Another.
Take 2 steps back.
I cannot... One more is vanquished.
Healing would be welcome.
It's very old and creepy. I wouldn't touch it. I told... you not to mess around with it.
I hope we have more of these.
Thing was a juggernaut. A lot of blood. Would that be prey or from a wyvern itself?
I've heard they fight for dominance. Can't be gentle.
Maybe we can use some to draw out rivals. Added to what we have already, is it enough to draw one out of hiding?
I'd say so. A little one. Probably all we need. In the right spot, no doubt.
Here, boys. Have you seen a pair of coursers? I've been calling and calling, but it is no use. Nicodemus should know better. But Sylvain never had an ounce of sense in his head.
Slow down and tell me what happened.
My hounds have disappeared. They took off after a stag, and the Maker only knows where they've gotten to now. Please, you must help me find them.
If I see your dogs, I'll let you know.
May Andraste guide you. I've good coin for anyone who finds my dogs.
Foolish hound, get back here. I am told weavers roost in the trees.
Hunting for sport. Is it wrong of me to cheer for the wyverns?
Just ignore them.
Creature to us?
You'd think none of them had ever been on a hunt before.
I think we found something. We've a hint of the beast! After it!
There is something in there. A nest, perhaps.
That's enough! What in Andraste's name were those?
Ghasts. Cave creatures. They don't come out on the surface much, however.
So cold. Oh, blessed Andraste, thank you. I thought I'd die out here. I've been trapped here since last night.
Were you injured? Why were you out here?
The gas that chased me here got a few scratches in. But I'll heal. The truth told, I'm not looking for the Wyvern. I'm a scholar from Cumberland, researching an Avar cult that once lived here. They worship the Lady of the Skies to the exclusion of all other gods. I'm searching for their shrine.
I think I've been to your shrine. There were nothing but angry spirits at the site.
Nothing else. Pity. I had hoped... Oh, well. Rumors say they were driven from their last refuge. They left a great treasure in the goddess's keeping. But the mountain has defeated me. Please, take my research and see if you can do anything with it. I will try to make it back to camp. Good luck to you, Sarah.
Do we expect to find this thing? Do we even want to?
The sooner we get the hunt over with, the sooner we'll be at the chateau to finish this. Fare ye well, the mighty hunters. That must be the altar that weird old guy mentioned. What do his notes say? I guess that scholar was right about something. I've got kind of a bad feeling about this place, though. Now what's this? Is that wyverns mating?
Could we mimic that?
No. Oh, the sound. Right, yes. I can try that.
Just how long has this wyvern hunt been going on?
It's an annual tradition the Montfort began to keep the population down. They breed quickly.
Elves, too. We're plucky that way.
Well, there's no annual elf hunt. Yet.
And the Orlesian nobility is only too happy to help out.
It's a game. The Montforts are so close to the Empress, so anything that pleases them is worth pursuing. Plus, you should really try the Aquae Lucidius. You'll be seeing purple dragons in the sky for days.
No thanks. I'd rather remain effective.
I'm no hunter, but I'll wager that's a sign.
There you go, Hawk. It seems we're on the trail.
Too bad the trail isn't upwind. Pretty countryside, at least.
The Montfort family inherited this mountain from a clan of Navarran dragon hunters. Well, maybe inherited is the wrong word. What do you call it when you kill someone in order to get all their stuff?
Murder?
Profitable murder, maybe.
That's everything the old Huntmaster said we needed for an antidote.
I don't think there's enough for a person, though. Maybe we can find a use for it. Look, I think he wants us to follow him.
You were too willing to involve yourself in the affairs of others, Hawk. Each time you put yourself at risk. One day you will not be so lucky.
You have a better idea?
Guard what you have. Keep your head low.
That sounds like a way to go through life without ever knowing anyone.
I suppose so.
How well has that worked for you, Fenris?
Oh, a wyvern kill. Some kind of holla or something.
That could be a tunic.
Don't know, don't care. It's fate they liked for some reason. thing. Wyvern poison. I'm almost certain. Poor thing.
Here's a use for that antidote we made.
Who's a cute puppy? I suppose we can't keep him, can we? His owner is probably waiting back at camp.
Bloody things.
I think that's the last of them. For now.
How many are there usually?
A gasling nest can often be 100 or more. Just be thankful we're not underground. We're getting closer.
Another one.
Ugh, well, at least we're getting closer.
Looking for clues.
Oh, for Andraste's sake. You didn't do that on purpose, did you?
Ooh, nug bones. I wonder if a nug call would help attract a wyvern.
You know a nug call?
You go elbow deep in wyvern shit, and I'm the weird one?
We must have enough to bait a trap now.
In the right spot, no doubt. Wait, what happened to the birds and everything? Uh-oh.
Disgusting.
Well, the trail suggests wyverns just love this place to bits. If we were going to find one, it'd be here.
I'm in your debt, madame. Please accept this with my thanks.
Is your family really from Kirkwall? I heard you were Ferelden.
My mother's family is from Kirkwall. We left for Eldon during the Blight.
Makes sense. Did you know the Warden?
No. Someone told me she even came to Lothering, but if so, I never saw her.
Watch out. There may be guests.
From a hole.
Hey.
Get back!
Yes, I think this would be the place to find a wyvern. And room enough to kill the thing without getting sat on. They're not stupid, though. We'll need some really good bait.
Think we have enough bait to draw one in?
More than enough. Careful, though, with this much bait, we might have our hands full. But it'd sure be fun.
Lay it all out. I'm bringing the Duke a trophy to talk about.
Yes! I mean, if you're sure. Let's get to it. We've a lot of stuff to lay out, for starters. Right, now the blood. What? The prey needs to be moving, doesn't it? Okay, I'll do the sound. You get ready. Don't look at me while I do this.
Was that good?
You want to do it? Didn't think so.
We need to prepare ourselves. Now we should stop.
Go down!
Let us see.
Anybody!
Continue like this. We meet again.
Any fight?
Well, if it isn't the Ferelden turnip. I don't know how you came to rub shoulders with your betters, but enough is quite enough. I suggest you run along with your servants while you have the chance. This wyvern was mine to kill, not yours. Mine! 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 I paid good coin to be the one who wins this contest. It was my turn!
I'm certain we can come to an arrangement, if you like.
You keep your mouth shut like a good dog, and you get to keep your tongue. That's the arrangement.
You do realize this woman has nasty little thugs like you for breakfast, I hope?
More insolence! From a knife ear this time! I can't take no more of this. Kill them all! We can't say the wyvern was too much for them. Hey!
Now, what is going on here?
Prosper! This blasted she-bitch tried to steal my rightful kill!
Now, is that any way to speak of our Ferelden guest, Baron?
This is your fault for inviting a stinking turnip in the first place! Your mother would be ashamed!
Says the man whose mother has slept with half of Valchevin. My apologies. Arlange has always been a cheat. What would you have done with him?
You're not suggesting...
Why not? You believe Arlange would have stopped short of murder, given the chance?
Something on your mind?
Just let him go. He's not worth your time, Hawk.
My word, such mercy.
He can't be more than he is, that's all. You've bested him.
I've no interest in more bloodshed.
You hear that, Arlange? It behooves you to leave while you still can.
Fine. I will go.
Congratulations on finding the Wyvern. It looks like a fine one indeed. There will be a celebration in the chateau courtyard. Do attend when you're ready.
You let him go. That was very merciful.
That's one way to put it.
We should go to the chateau. Time to practice your table conversation. Right. Done with the wyverns. And various nonsense. Back to the chateau?
We're here for a reason. Let's take care of it.
I'm with you. I had a quick look around. There's one door into the castle that isn't under heavy guard.
And?
I can't get it open. And believe me, I tried. Bent a nice set of lockpicks in that stupid door. One of the Duke's guardsmen must have the key. They wouldn't just lock themselves out of the castle. I hope.
I don't think we want to go digging through a guard's pockets in front of the Duke's guests.
I agree. We need to handle this quietly.
We shouldn't all go together. These snooty nobles will make a scene.
Tallis and I will look for the key. In the meantime, scout out the castle for another way in.
Let's see what we can find out. Come on.
Your Grace, this is the event of the season.
You have truly outdone yourself this time, Prosper.
Ah, at last our mighty heroine. Lady Hawke of Kirkwall has slain the first Wyvern. The honors of the day go to her. To hunt the Wyvern on its own ground is to tempt fate. A terrible risk. But the prize... I present to you this belt crafted of fine Wyvern skin. Wear it well and accept the accolades you're due.
Thank you, Duke Prosper. I'm proud to be here.
Your humility, my dear Hawke, does you great credit. Do not mind Leopold. My pet is always so temperamental before dinner.
Leopold, is it? I didn't know wyverns could be tamed.
Tame is perhaps too strong a word. My friends, I officially welcome you all to Chateau Hain. Enjoy a taste of our Legion hospitality.
You're blocking my view.
That doesn't look like a real gold sovereign.
It's not. It's a caprice. Mother used to have a set of them when I was a child. You collect them from everyone you know, then cast them in the fountain and make a wish. It's an Orlesian high society game.
From the looks of this crowd, I guess nobody is in a wishing sort of mood.
Is something the matter?
I've come a long way to visit the legendary Chateau Hain. I'd be devastated to leave without seeing inside.
I've heard the music room is the envy of Orlais.
And the ballroom is the single greatest example of flooring in Thedas.
I'll die if I don't view those treasures with my own eyes.
Well, we can't have guests expiring. I'll see about getting you a tour.
Let me handle him. As soon as I have the key, we can signal the others.
My, what a big sword you have. Do they give those to all the chevaliers? So impressive.
Lovely party. Well?
He doesn't have it.
What?
He forgot he'd given the key to one of the servants. What kind of guard forgets that he's locked himself out of the castle?
Don't worry, Talus. We'll find this servant.
Right. Nothing to worry about. This can still work. So let's find the servant. How many could there be?
Well, he is Orlesian.
I'm trying to stay positive, you know.
Enjoy your stay at Chateau N.
Can I interest you in some Antivan olives? Or I have some smoked ham from the Androfels. They say it tastes of despair.
Wait, does it really? How can ham taste like despair? Why would anyone eat it if it did?
That's what the importer said. They all talk like that. This wine has notes of oak and springtime. This cheese tastes of sorrow.
Thank you, miss. None for me at the moment.
Nobody has wanted anything. Olive duty is the worst job. I must have offended the cook.
I don't suppose we could have a peek at the kitchens. I'd love to see this hopeless dish in all its glory.
I don't know. I shouldn't leave my post.
I promise we won't tell a soul. Just a quick look.
I suppose I could get you a very quick look. The upstairs maids will be so jealous when they find out. Very well. Follow me.
I know, right? They treat you like part of the furniture. I'm surprised they don't sit on us.
Avoid the cheese plate. Terrible. Have you got the key?
I'm usually better at this. She didn't have the key either. This isn't supposed to be so complicated.
Don't beat yourself up about this, Talus. We'll find a way in.
I hope so. The servant says she gave it to the Duke's son, Lord Cyril. Let's find him and hope he didn't pass it on to his father. So, Lord Cyril.
I don't think I can do that.
Aren't you Leandra Amel's daughter? I heard you bought the Amel estate after your uncle gambled it away. How is your dear mother?
I didn't think she had any friends who still lived in Kirkwall.
No? That is a terrible shame. I have not seen dear Leandra in many years. I miss her so.
I don't think we've been introduced.
I am Comtesse Dulcie de Lancey. My husband and I were acquaintances of the Amels, but that was many years ago.
You sound like you've met my uncle.
Oh yes, little Gamlen Amel. I have not seen him in years, of course.
I'm sure she'll be glad you asked after her health.
I'm sure she will. My regards to your family, Sarah.
So now we need to speak to Lord Cyril. That should be fun.
Hawk, I don't know if I should be pleased to see you or run for cover.
Finally, a friendly face in this group.
I'm glad you came. Otherwise, I'd be talking to the Delanceys.
All the soap in Thedas couldn't make me clean after that. What do you think of the party so far?
Recommendations for people I should shut up?
The gentleman over there is Bantegan of Ferelden, younger brother of the Earl of Redcliffe. And of course, there's Lord Cyril, Duke Prosper's son.
Who are the worst in the crowd?
Do you see the two young ladies over there? That's Babette and Fifi de Lancey, daughters of the Comte de Lancey. Don't make eye contact. You'll thank me later.
I've never seen anything like it.
So polite. That's certainly one way to put it.
We should probably go mingle a bit more.
Of course. We'll speak later, Lady Elegant.
The hunt was spectacular, was it not?
Stand back.
Kahir must like you, my dear Hawk. He's not usually so polite.
The hunt was exciting, wasn't it?
I didn't have the pleasure of seeing much, but I heard it was quite the event. You sound Ferelden. It's good to see another countryman here. There's Perrin, but he's peculiar.
Who is this woman, Tegan?
I'm very sorry, but I didn't get your name.
Hawk. Tegan, I must speak with you right now about the horrible thing Dulce de Lancey said.
Of course. Please, excuse me, Monsieur Hawk. A pleasure to meet you. If you speak to Ban Perrin, I don't advise you to bring up the Chantry, or knickers.
You did well, Sirrah. Perhaps there is a hunter in you, after all.
Would you care for a canapé?
Messer Hawk, how interesting to meet you here.
Seneschal, dear, introduce me to your delicious friend.
Serendipity, this is Sirrah Hawk.
Awkward. So, can we talk about something else now?
It's been delightful meeting both of you.
Don't be a stranger.
An excellent party. Sure.
Pardon me, Sir Guard, but could we have a moment of your time?
Anything for the Duke's honored guests.
I simply must meet the person responsible for those azaleas. They are the finest shrubberies I've ever beheld.
We are the most avid members of the Kirkwall Horticultural Society. I never thought I would live to see the day that anything would surpass the Viscount's juniper.
This may be the greatest day of our lives. You must introduce us.
I can see this is a matter of utmost importance, but I'm afraid I do not have the power to help you. Enjoy the party.
Put what you found to good use. I discovered more social interests.
Mother used to love these coins. She never got to bring hers to the fountain. Welcome! Are you enjoying the Duke's party? This is supposed to be the social event of the whole year, you know. Talus?
Liliana, it's so lovely to see you again.
You look stunning this evening. Your hair is darling. Did you do it yourself?
I
I get the distinct impression you've met before?
Oh, briefly. A long time ago.
You meet all sorts of people in Orlais. It keeps life exciting. I get the feeling there's some trouble here? No, no trouble at all.
Everything is fine, Hawk. Why would you think otherwise? We shouldn't take up more of your time, Liliana. I'm sure you have things that need attention. Right now.
Enjoy the party. It's quite the event, you know.
Sometimes I wonder if we're at war with ourselves. Hmm?
Can I help you?
I just tried one of the canapes and it was raw in the middle. Someone must alert the kitchen.
I don't wish to speak ill of anyone, but they were also over-seasoned. I pray no one else has tasted one, or the scandal.
Nutmeg. It ruins even the best cook.
I cannot help you, madame. I'm afraid I don't have the key to the chateau.
I'm afraid I can't help you.
Another caprice. How many of these are there, I wonder?
My regards to your family, Sarah Hawke.
My Lady Hawke, we were just speaking of your expedition to the deep roads.
I've heard you found an entire city made of lyrium down there.
You have never been to Chateau N, yes? Please, allow me to give you this caprice. It's an old custom. My mother spoke often of Leandra. They were great friends when they were young. It's a shame neither could be here.
Where are your knickers this time, Perrin?
Shut up, you painted shrew!
What entertaining manners our guests have. Don't you agree, Hawke?
Tallis here has been asking such fascinating questions about the garden, but I can't answer them.
I suppose I can do my duty for the family and show her around.
No, I don't have the cheese tray. You're mistaking me for... I was hoping we could just... Fine, I'll put that in the trash.
That Wyvern blood has some kick, doesn't it?
This is officially my worst night ever.
Not Lord Cyril's type?
Maybe he just doesn't like elves. Or... women. Well, you've got one of those factors covered. He has the key. Go get it. What? It's your turn, Hawk. Go on.
I guess it wouldn't hurt for me to go talk to him.
Please, please try. I think he likes you. So good luck with that.
Thanks.
Tell the elf that her pleas are for nothing. She's pretty enough, I suppose. No doubt there are some men who would like that sort of thing.
I don't know what to say.
I've never had a vindictive temper, madame. Fetch me a glass of wine, and we will say all is forgiven.
Well, did you get the key?
No. Somehow I'm getting him a drink.
Oh, that's perfect. I've got a drug we can slip in his wine. He'll sleep like a baby. We can search him for the key.
Going through a drugged man's pockets. I'm not sure about this.
There. Give that wine to Lord Cyril and just try to act casual.
Your wine, Lord Cyril. Words cannot express how sorry I am for the hardships you've endured at the hands of my friend.
By nature, I am very forgiving. We will let bygones be bygones. Andraste, the wine has gone straight to my head. I feel...
You have it! Tell me you have it.
I have it.
Good, then we can find the jewel and get this over with.
You don't sound that excited.
It's simply been a long time coming. That's all.
This jewel is that important to you?
Yes, I suppose it is. I want this part of my life finished.
This is our best chance, while everyone is occupied.
Right you are.
Yes, Isolde, I'll tell him the story about the undead. Please, excuse me, Syrah.
Done.
What in the name?
There's no need for you to die today, friend. Just move on. You never saw us. You could have walked away.
Is something wrong?
I didn't want to kill him.
I've seen you kill several men.
There are other paths. They do not all need to lead to the same destination. Enough. We're here for the heart. I'd like to do this quietly, alert as few guards as possible. What do you think?
Let's do it quietly. We shouldn't get into fights if we don't have to.
I'm glad you agree. Let's go. This part of the chateau will be crawling with guards. We'll have to try our best to keep out of sight. Or we could try to create distractions, provided you're good at throwing stones.
And if all else fails, we'll give them a sharp knock on the head.
Right, of course. Just try not to do it all the time. All right, I'm ready when you are. Quickly, over here.
What's the matter?
I don't want to talk about it. Let's simply find the jewel and be done with this.
What was that scrabbling noise?
Did you hear about the Duke's meeting with the Empress?
I never listen to court gossip. That'll get you killed, my friend.
Quickly, over here.
Can't speak now. I have too much to do preparing the banquet and Leopold's dinner. You don't want to see her wither and go hungry. If you need something, ask one of the servants. Well? Why are you still bothering me?
There's a problem in the courtyard. Something about a poisoned comtesse. The servants were looking for you.
A maker's breath. What have those useless elves done now? I suppose I'd better deal with this.
I think Leopold's going to be an unhappy wyvern after that.
A miniature painting. Bethany would love this.
It shouldn't be much further.
Nodded off, I suppose. Hit the floor hard enough.
That should do it. Here, let's move.
Is someone there? What was that? What the... Stop!
Are you trying to get caught on purpose?
Cursed rats.
What does Babette want now?
Her tea was too cold.
Oh, of course. It's either too hot or too cold.
Or her bed's either too soft or too lumpy.
Nothing is ever just right with her. What a bitch.
Here, let's move.
This one looks a bit like Mother.
Not to worry. I already have an escape route planned out.
I can't do that.
Be quick, but careful.
An armor stand would serve with more distinction than you, maggots. This may be a garden party, but you will not be sipping fruity drinks and mingling. This is war. These heartless slaves to fashion would wear your skin as a cravat if they could. Never forget that. Every one of you will be prepared for battle. Do not relax for an instant.
All set.
You didn't try the cheese, did you?
Are you joking? It tastes of despair. I'm not a madman.
Done.
You dropped the pie.
I'm sorry, monsieur. It's all squashed and one of the hounds took a bite of it.
It's really not that bad. Just put it back on the plate and cover it up with some gravy.
here. Where did the Duke get this?
This was part of a Fog Warrior's amulet. Fenris has mentioned them. I never thought I'd see one.
Not to worry. I already have an escape route planned out. Be quick, but careful.
Is someone there? Cursed rats. What was that scrabbling noise? Damn blackouts. Keeping me off patrol. Oh, my head. What was that about? What was that?
Not going to happen.
What was that? I must be hearing things. What was that? Nodded off, I suppose. Hit the floor hard enough. Cursed rats.
That should do it. Here, let's move.
Didn't see anything. Bugger Prosper's vault if someone got past.
This is it.
It shouldn't be much further.
It's never as easy as it seems, is it?
I swear I didn't know. There must be some sort of switch.
More of that Fog Warrior pendant. Something wrong?
I don't know.
Yes.
Don't fret, my dear.
Yes, this qualifies as wrong.
It's not over yet.
But it is over. I knew who you were the moment you arrived. Assassin.
Assassin? I knew it.
You did?
You've been acting strangely ever since we arrived.
Clever girl. Have you also deduced that your elven friend is Qunari?
You're Qunari?
It's complicated.
I assume Tallis has her reasons?
My, she chose you well, didn't she?
Look, I came to stop the Heart from doing something we will all regret. She didn't. Leave her out of this.
And waste all the effort I spent luring you here before the Heart's arrival? Don't be foolish.
Ase hasatra mas.
Mas havas trasokolon. Take them away.
The elf was Qunari.
And the dwarf has no beard. I know, it made no sense to me either. Maybe they cut her horns off.
The Qunari are not a race. They are a religion. What I don't understand is why a Qunari agent would try to kill one of her own people. And why involve the champion?
Excellent questions.
I expect answers to match.
I live to please.
I have a question. When the Duke told you what I was, you said you didn't care. Was that true?
You could have told me the truth. I might have listened.
And what if you didn't?
I suppose we'll never know.
I am sorry. This didn't work out like I'd planned. Obviously.
What was your plan exactly?
The one I expected to find is named Salit, a member of the Ben Hasrath, the Heart of the Many. I was told he's here to sell secrets to the Orlesians, and I came to stop him. I suppose I was misinformed.
So you came here to stop this Salit from betraying your people?
You probably won't believe me, but this isn't a political mission. It's personal.
What do you mean?
Salit was my Besrathari, the one who recruited me into the Ben Hasrath. My tutor. He's the one who saw my potential, convinced me that I could make a difference. It doesn't matter now.
But you said he was selling secrets.
He is. Or at least he intends to. One last act of defiance. I can't let him do that. Not when he'll hurt so many others in the process.
You mean he'll hurt other Qunari?
Not every Qunari is a soldier, you know. There are tens of thousands of farmers, artisans, craftsmen. People who have never hurt anyone. People whose only crime is living. They don't deserve what he's going to do to them. But it's more than my duty to stop Salit. It is my moral obligation.
So everything you told me was a lie?
Not everything.
So I simply missed the part where you're Qunari?
You don't need horns to embrace the Qun. What you need is a purpose, a belief in unity, in improving the lot, not only for your own people, but for everyone.
You sound like you actually believe that.
I do. Nobody is controlling my mind. I'm not insane. Being Qunari doesn't automatically mean you're a zealot. Most Qunari don't even understand humans, why you act like you do. But I grew up among you. I understand perfectly well.
Wait, aren't you here to kill someone for the Qunari?
I never said I was killing him for the Qunari.
So you're improving his lodge? Perhaps repeatedly?
I know it's hard to understand. Our way of thinking must seem so alien. But just tell me, can you honestly say there's nothing to improve? Nothing to strive for? We believe in striving together. We may stumble, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try.
I don't disagree.
It's who I am. I joined the Ben Hasras because I felt it meant something. Means something.
You sound like you're trying to convince yourself.
It's been a long time since I talked to anyone about it. I suppose it's not really prison cell conversation.
You mentioned the Heart of the Many before, but you said it was the name of the jewel.
It's also what Ben Hasrith means. Some people say we're enforcers, that keep the Qunari in line, but that's not it. It's hard to explain.
Try.
We're the soul of the Qun. We keep its spirit alive and protect it, from both outside and from within. Not every Qunari agrees, nor do they always do what is best for all. The Ben Hasrith remind us of our common goal.
You make them seem almost peaceful.
It's not always meant to end in violence. There are other paths. They do not all need to lead to the same destination. I probably don't sound very convincing.
The way you're talking, it sounds like you're one of these Ben Hasrath.
I am, or I was. Whether I ever am again, I guess that remains to be seen.
Is that why you're here? To redeem yourself?
Not to them. Doubt is the path one walks to reach faith. To leave the path is to embrace blindness and abandon hope.
Another Qunari proverb?
She who swallows wisdom in tiny chunks avoids choking.
So did you really involve me just because I had an invitation?
You were the only one on the invitation list who wasn't a personal friend of the Montfort family. And you're also Ferelden, with no reason to love Orlais, and incredibly competent, so I hear.
And what was going to happen when all this was over?
I thank you, we go our separate ways.
Really? I wouldn't notice a thing?
Truth? You're not exactly what I was expecting. Perhaps if I'd done my homework, I would have known more about you, given you the respect you deserve. Nothing I could do about it now.
I assume you have some sort of plan?
I always have a plan.
A good one?
Oh, ye of little faith. The first order of business is getting out of here before His Grace decides we would taste good in the soup. Or whatever he has planned. Any ideas?
We didn't come here alone, remember?
Bloody run around twisted shite of a maze.
Ooh, you've learned a few new words.
Wardens get called a few.
Undeservedly, I'm sure.
That's it. I'm officially tired of waiting to be rescued.
Why didn't you just do that before?
You said your friends were coming.
And you're fine. Of course you are.
Let's go.
So, back through the castle then. There's a better way than fighting through the Duke's entire army. I'll show you.
Well, we found all your gear at least.
Then we should head for the caves. That's the way out I planned to take us through originally. Unless you want to carve your way out through the Duke's army.
We'll see.
It's up to you which way you want to go, Hawk. I'll help you either way.
Maker, save me. I'll die in this place.
All set.
Andraste bless you.
Please help me, my lady.
Done.
My eternal thanks.
That should do it.
They're escaping!
How about you?
Why do I allow you to get me involved in these things?
Tallis is Kunari. But
If
she
we get
looks
to the
so
caves, we'll be safe.
normal.
I think.
I don't like these statues. It's like they're staring at me. Let's finish this! Go down!
We made it.
We'll probably never know how this came to be here. Look at the...
I think that's enough. I wonder. I wouldn't be the first warden to have a portrait done. Oh, but I didn't see this before. There are directions on the backs of them.
See? Caves. Just like I said.
Are you sure this goes somewhere? Other than down?
Yes. Sort of. I stole old plans from the Fourth Blight. This was a retreat, they called it. At any rate, there's an exit that leads out onto the mountainside. That's your way out. Got everything from the chateau? The way those rocks look, I don't want to test this path more than once.
More of these things?
This has to be the place the directions we're leading us to. Watch out. Big hat gas. Big hat.
There's a lake? In the middle of the mountain?
The retreat needed to house hundreds of people during the Blight, if not thousands. Can't do that without fresh water.
So they built a lake.
Oh, that. I have no idea. That's odd. I could swear there was... Trust me. Talus!
The Circle are not the only ones who know how to break a mage. The Duke is a fool. His enemies a posturing, guileless lot. But you are worth testing. Prosper can fight his own battles, and I shall choose mine.
Missed! That would have been a nice shot, too. You didn't think I was leaving, did you?
You left.
Nonsense. I found a way around. I said I'd get you out of here, and I meant it. Let's keep going. The exit can't be much further.
Why do I allow you to get me involved in these things?
So, this is the retreat. The Grey Wardens built it. I understand.
I'm surprised it's not full of Darkspawn, then.
We're not out of danger yet. All set.
Shok Ebasit Hisra. Maras Shokra.
Are you testing me? It's so cute.
Do you know what I said or not?
Struggle is an illusion. There is nothing to struggle against. But your accent is terrible.
Ugh. There, an exit.
Now you fall!
That was surprising. Good. Move on. And there's the way out. See? I told you I had a plan. It was a good plan. The kind that had an escape and everything.
I think you're right, Talus.
So you could go. There are, however, other options.
What did you have in mind?
You've been so reasonable since we were captured. I'm hoping that hasn't changed. What Salit is going to do will harm so many innocents. My people, as well as yours. It's my duty to stop him. Even so, I can't do it alone. Not anymore.
After everything you've already done, why would I help you again?
Because I've got your nose.
The Qun taught you that?
If I were following the Qun, I would actually have your nose. I suppose that doesn't help. If I had my way, you would never have been this involved in the first place.
Explain what's so terrible about Salit's plan.
I can't. Not completely. And yes, I know. That's a hard sell. The information Salit plans to turn over to Orlais won't just hurt Qunari, however. It will harm anyone living in Qunari lands. Even those who fled the Qunari of any race will be condemned to persecution forever.
So this isn't just some political scheme.
If only it was. I'm not here on some directive from the Qun. I came... Salit was declared Tal Vashoth, but they didn't deem intervention worthwhile. I couldn't agree. I had to try.
Doesn't that make you Tal Vashoth as well?
No. The Ben Hasrath didn't order me not to do this, but here I am anyway. I was trying to earn my way back into their good graces. This probably won't help.
Why? What did you do?
It's not easy being an elf in the Qun. You're not born to it like they are. I've struggled to find that peace, that certainty. I know it's there, I just keep falling short. What about you? Have you ever been a part of something bigger than just yourself?
I have friends and family. I'm responsible for all of them.
It's not the same thing. The Qunari have a vision of what life should be like. Free from pain and fear and doubt. You see tyranny, and I see caring and interest in the welfare of all. Yes, it could be better, but so could human indifference and cruelty. Or do you disagree?
No, you have a point.
Then help me stop this before it goes too far.
What did you have in mind, exactly?
Well, we could go back, maybe have some tea with the Duke, get to know one another. Then, just as he starts to trust us, you slip a bag over his head and we drag him to Antiva.
I hope you're not serious.
Or, we could find out when Salit is arriving and stop him before it's too late.
You don't actually think you can finish your mission?
Alone? Probably not. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't try. Some things are worth dying for.
I see your side. What now?
That's up to you. I couldn't force you to help, even if I wanted to. There are two paths open to us. I hope you really do understand what's at stake. Thank you, Hawk. Thank you.
So we are helping the Qunari.
I told you, there are many innocent lives at stake as well.
And how many innocents have the Qunari slaughtered? Ugh.
I knew you were a worthless traitor the moment I laid eyes on you.
Baron Arlange, you really want to do this again?
You filthy turnip! You humiliated me!
Let's finish this! Go down! Now you fall!
I'll give him that much.
That's a lot of dead people. This had better not be a trap.
these creatures live on this mountain.
Be thankful that they're not high dragons.
Good point. We found the location.
This had better not be a trap.
This path should lead us back up to the chateau.
Why do I allow you to get me involved in these things?
And by stop, you mean...
Leave that part to me.
Now you fall!
Mercenaries. A sign of your man, I assume?
Tell the Shah. Like Salit, but for sale. He must be close. Thank you for deciding to do this.
I just hope, for your sake, this isn't another trick.
Is there something else I could trick you with?
Day's still young.
On your guard! Take the leader alive! You should have walked away!
Another force before me.
Atas Shokra, Ben Hasrath.
Ebala Maras. Bendar Salit Asit.
Satarith Barak. Alat Kufir Abaz.
Atas Raval. Pana Hedan. Salit is already here. He's meeting with the Duke at the base of the mountain.
Then we're going the wrong way.
We need to get down there before it's too late.
Morkunari! Talbot shot! You know what I mean! Now you fall! Right at you!
Let's get this over with, Canary, before your assassins find us. Already I regret agreeing to spare them.
I have chosen my path. That choice should not...
Bashera! I am here to facilitate your deal with the Empress. Nothing more. Well, names, Your Grace. It's a list of names. What is the meaning of this?
You asked for a weapon. I am providing it.
We expected the formula for black powder, dreadnought plans, a map of Cunandar, anything. This is useless. Your Grace. Ah, the Ferelden. You just keep turning up.
There's no need for you to die here, Duke Prosper.
You have a lot of cheek, you insolent little wench.
Talus.
I said I would stop you, Salit.
And I said I would slay you if you tried.
If anyone is to do any slaying, it will be me.
Kill them all!
You should never have come here, Ferelden!
Focus on the Duke!
Find the police will make in my home! than one trick up my sleeve! I warned you about the venom, Dino! My pet has such poor manners! Did you get a little bird? To me, Leopold? Leopold! He's looking tough, maybe sluggish. I have a target for you, Show them your tricks, Leopold! I hope you enjoy my trap, Ferelden! Chop!
How about you? Face him! You can drive him!
Watch your step! How careless of you!
away from me, the Empress will hear of this. Orlais will burn Kirkwall to the ground. All of you will die screaming. I swear it!
It's up to you how this ends. I can help you up, or you can fall.
They never learn.
Atash Varin Kata. If the Duke only knew what he nearly had in his grasp. Thank you. There's no way I could have done this without your help.
What is the scroll?
This is a list of agents throughout Thetis. Qunari, like myself. Many of them have children, family, friends. They're people you wouldn't suspect. Some have even left a Qun behind. But if this list fell into human hands, they and everyone they know
would be killed.
The Arcune believes they knew the risks. But what about the innocents? I couldn't let this happen.
Now that I know what that scroll is, hand it over.
After all of this, everything I've done to get the list back, you really think I'd just give it to you because you're being cross?
Talus.
No. But I have something you might find more valuable. Here. That was going to be the heart of the many. You'd find a jewel, while I'd go off and find Salit, and be back before anyone was the wiser. I suppose nothing ever goes like we plan, does it? Take care of yourself, Hawk. Maybe we'll meet again, sometime.
Let me guess. You haven't seen Talus since that day.
A safe assumption, given her nature.
And who is left to appease Orlais after a duke's murder at the hands of the champion of Kirkwall?
Prosper invited it by dealing with Talvashoth, possibly under orders from Empress Celine. Imagine the scandal if that was known.
If you believe a Qunari agent.
Well, that's the difficult part, isn't it? I don't know why Hawk helped Talus. I suppose the elf did have her nose. Whatever the reason, I doubt it's the last we've seen of her. But what do I know? I just tell stories.